All right, that'll teach me that next time I should be going with my heart because Ronan did win. You could be a winner as well. The winner of a free 30-day trial to EVE Online if you click at the bottom of the screen. It is completely free for 30 days. If you get 3 of them, you'll have 90 days for free. Not on top of each other, but simultaneously, which is almost as good.
90 man days.
90 man days. 90 24-hour days. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Pretty fantastic.
Did you like the match?
Yes.
I think that Exodus made some questionable decisions there.
Why?
He spent a minute shooting a Merlin at the very beginning of the match
Yeah.
that never died, then switched to a Basilisk that never died.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think all in all, they just kind of executed that pretty poorly.
And Ronan executed really well. I think it's really cool how Dominic's were supposed to be this,
Yes.
easy win button thing, and they just got beat by Moas and Slipners, which is both something that's existed for a long time and has not done very well in general in this tournament. So I like that.
Moas and Slipners are the new I win button?
Yeah, I mean that's what's great. It's like
I think we can break that down to MOAs or the new I win
Yeah.
button.
those are pretty good.
So one thing we didn't get to was the bans before the match.
Mm.
And Ronan banned out the Guardian and the Oneros, and Exodus banned out the Scimitar and the Claymore.
Yeah, so one logistics, like one
Uh-huh.
T2 logistics left,
Yes.
and that's it.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of interesting because they can force into that, but
Mhm.
at the same time, like they're thinking, okay, well they're probably not going to bring Dommies, but it still worked,
Yes.
even though I believe Exodus has been traditionally armor tank Dominic's and not shield tanked.
Was it Exodus that banned the Claymore?
Yes.
So-
Yes, it was Exodus.
Yeah.
Yes.
So obviously they didn't want to fight. What they ended up actually fighting,
Yeah,
which
that,
is like,
that's pretty cool. Like
Yeah.
they don't want to fight Rush, and then Rush is what they get.
Yep.
Maybe a really good move by Ronan to bring it because of that ban.
I think Claymore is not really an amazing ban.
No.
Like, because you can fit skirmish on so many ships. Like, you can have a skirmish link on each of those Slipners. Like,
Yep. Well, yeah, and the thing is like, unless you want to get really diverse in what type of links you're going to bring, 3 Sleipners is adequate. You get 3 if you want to do it some other way. You can bring in a Hurricane Navy issue and get 2 links out of that for one ship that still does over 600 DPS.
Still a great match, and this series will extend to 3 matches.
Yeah,
We will get a 3rd match,
which is great.
which is better than only getting 2 matches.
Yeah.
So now we're going to find out whether Hydra and PL is going to get extended.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't think it will.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so either, especially because apparently Seamus missed one of his bans.
That is true.
was busy smoking a cigarette. But I hope that both Hydra and PL get extended.
Yes.
Like, I think this is going to be...
What did they ban?
They went with the exact same bans as last game, except Pandemic Legion missed a ban.
So,
So-
did they miss the Dami or the other ban?
So Hydra banned the Celestis and Malice again.
Okay.
PL banned the Dominics. They did not get them all.
So that's really significant. Like now Hydra has to bring a completely different setup. They've been not worrying about the Dami ban and bringing in that setup with the flagship Dami every time it's been banned, and now they're going to have to bring something completely different. Obviously they can,
Yeah.
but it'll be interesting to see if they have something at the same caliber.
But doesn't it also feel like that after the last match they should be bringing something different regardless?
I mean, yeah, unless they have another
can bring the
200
same.
bill.
Yeah.
Bring out one of the Yatanas we got
I
laying
mean, you
around.
could bring it back if it was a 1-1 series, but they're ahead 1 and they might not actually need to throw that much money at
Yeah,
That's
I
true. They
think
do
this
have
match,
one match to save some cash.
Yeah.
I think if... I'm almost worried that if they bring tournament ships to this particular match, they're like really scared. Like they don't want to be pushed down to the losers bracket.
Yeah.
They are worried about a PL in a best of 5 potentially coming in with like PL having a matchup on them.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to go to game 3. Like they're
Yeah.
very nervous if they bring
How
tournament ships
much
to
is
this
that?
match.
How much is that positioning worth, though?
Uh-huh.
I mean, you could argue that it's completely worth it to stay in the winners bracket, not have to go through all of those extra matches that are not necessarily going to be easy because there's some big names down there still.
But how much is that worth when you could potentially bring a normal setup without tournament ships to this match? And if you lose, you still get another chance to bring the fancy
Right, that's
billion-isk setup.
That is maybe the most interesting dynamic here is they have in a way a free match to try to win with the setup that
Yes.
doesn't cost 200 bill.
Yes.
And then if it doesn't work, they can go back to a 200
Where they're
bill
not
setup.
losing one of 50 ships that will ever be.
It's easy to justify that. Like if that is what it takes to win, and then they win 50 more of those
Yes.
ships by
Yes.
doing it, like you can talk about how much they're going to lose, but if that's what gets you to winning the next 50, which are super awesome by the way, and will be at least as
Yeah.
popular as the Atana or anything else, like
And I
it's
mean,
worth it.
We talk about the value of those 2 ships, but they gave up those 2 ships to potentially win 50.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
Exactly.
it's big money in terms of numbers, but it's like small money compared to what the prize is.
Yeah, the potential is huge. We'll have to see though, because I would imagine that could take a toll, because I don't think Hydra's like PL where they can say, oh, lost an U2, no big deal.
Really? I feel like they're the opposite. I feel like they're like just a bizarre clan of weirdos that don't really care about anything, and they could happily lose 12 U2s and just be like, eh.
Won the
Whereas
tournament,
Whereas
guys.
PL has like an
Which of them, PL or Hydra?
Hydra.
Hydra.
I feel like Hydra's like that. Like PL is attached to like a big organization that actually cares about the money. They have a lot of it, but there's like,
Like
there's
Hydra-
a structure there that actually holds them accountable. Whereas with Hydra, it's just like one guy who farms wormholes with 600 ships all day. Like
Yeah, but
Hydra
there
is like this
a-
weird tournament machine that exists only to win tournaments.
Yeah.
Like, that's their deal. They'll go to any length to win tournaments to keep the machine going.
What I'm saying though is I think
the
that this
machine pays
was
out in like 50 ships a year. So
I think it was a big hit though. And
oh, of course.
Hopefully it doesn't affect them psychologically, and they'll be able to execute in the next match, because they are really good.
And let's figure out exactly how good they are and whether or not this series is going to be extended. We do have Hydra Reloaded versus Pandemic Legion. Second out of potentially 3 matches coming up. Who do you think is going to win, Brent?
Hydra.
Hydra.
Pandemic Legion.
You know what? I'm going to go with PL purely because I would like the 3rd match. Pandemic Legion, make me look smart.